Welcome to the SMITE God reveal for Anhur, Slayer of Enemies. Anhur, the lion-headed Egyptian god of war, slays his enemies with spear and guile, weapons equally as sharp. As a son of Ra, Anhur and his sister Bastet rode in the golden barge their father sailed across the sky each day. They protected the ship at dawn and dusk from the world serpent, Apep, who lurked at the horizon. Courageous, formidable, and above all intelligent, Anhur defended the vessel with his spear and wits. With Apep gone, Ra became pharaoh, Bastet became the goddess of cats and women, and Anhur donned the mantle of the god of war. This is how he became known as the Slayer of Enemies. In SMITE, Anhur uses his spear to play the role of a ranged physical assassin. Anhur's passive is called Cripple. All of Anhur's spear attacks reduce the target's physical power by 20% for 3 seconds. As you can see here, after being hit by Anhur, Odin's basic attacks do less damage. His first ability is called Shifting Sands. Anhur summons an obelisk out of the ground that slows nearby enemies. All of Anhur's basic attacks also do more damage to any enemy standing in the surrounding sands. His second ability is Impale. Anhur throws his spear with great might, doing damage and knocking back the first enemy god that it hits. If the god is knocked back into a wall, they are also stunned. The spear passes through minions, doing damage to them as well. His third ability is Disperse. Anhur jumps to his ground target location, doing damage and knocking back any enemies in the area. Anhur's ultimate ability is Desert Fury. Anhur channels the fury of the desert, throwing multiple empowered spears that pass through everything, doing damage to all enemies in their path. In this fight, I find myself backed into my own tower by Zeus and Bakasura. I see my allied Zeus preparing to attack from the jungle. As soon as he drops his lightning storm, I jump into the fight with Disperse and drop Shifting Sands right behind Zeus. I activate my ultimate to finish him off before he gets away. A few moments later, we have the enemy Bakasura backing up to his own tower. I drop Shifting Sands and impale him into the obelisk, allowing Zeus the time to get a 3-stack detonate for a kill. In this fight, I come in from behind against Bakasura and Anhur. I impale Bakasura into the wall and throw down Shifting Sands to keep him in range of the lightning storm. I switch to the retreating Anhur and activate my ultimate to get him low as I run past him. He uses Shifting Sands, and I impale him on his own obelisk as Zeus gets the double kill. I initiate the next fight by closing distance with Disperse and using Shifting Sands to place the obelisk between myself and Sobek. I impale Zeus to the wall and activate my ultimate as I back up to avoid Sobek's charge. I fire basic attacks into the fight to pick up a double kill. An enemy Bakasura joins the fight late and tries to escape. I use Disperse to close distance and use Shifting Sands into an impale to try to stun him, but he narrowly escapes. Anhur plays really well in the laning phase. With Impale doing pretty good damage to all enemies in its path, he is very capable of playing mid or either side lane. I start Anhur off by buying rank 2 of the Warrior Tabi boots and 3 mana potions. For the rest of my items, I buy Devourer gloves, the Executioner, Titan's Bane, Deathbringer, and Witchstone. For his abilities, if I am running a solo lane, I would start with Impale and then Disperse to give yourself early mobility. If I am in a dual side lane, I would start with Impale and then Shifting Sands instead. In either case, I would then prioritize Desert Fury, Impale, Shifting Sands, and then Disperse. Thanks for watching the SMITE God reveal for Anhur, Slayer of Enemies.